I have these 2 butterfly bushes here that are in compact size, which means I love it because I can put it into different areas of my garden. But of course I want a bunch more, but I don't have the money because I'm broke. So that leaves me to dividing this plant and also getting my hands in propagating this butterfly bush. So come with me as I not only divide my plants, but do a little experimentation when it comes to propagation and using different root hormone mediums. Let's go. What's going on, my plant peoples? I am the ADHD gardener, where I use gardening, houseplants, and humor as a much needed form of mental health therapy, sobriety, and also learning how to navigate this crazy ass world with ADHD using the tips, tricks, and hacks that we can learn from our garden. And I have these butterfly bushes. I love them. They're only maybe about almost not even like 2 feet tall. And I love them so much, but you know what? I'm broke. So we're going to be doing 2 different things in this video. The first half is just propagating them. We're going to try them out using a few different root hormone substitutes. We've all heard them. Honey, also actual root hormone powder, using nothing at all. Cinnamon, and also aloe vera. Yeah, I've heard about that. You can use aloe vera as a root hormone substitute. We're going to try it out. Also, later on in the video, we're going to be dividing this plant by their roots. So we're going to be digging it up, seeing if we can separate it or divide it, by any means necessary. The plant will bounce back. I already know it will. So come with me as we start propagating. Oh, also, don't forget, have you smashed that like button? I can really appreciate it. It will reach more people, and also I'm trying to find my peoples, my community. In the houseplant world, if you do have a bunch of houseplants and you want to start propagating or cutting or whatever you want to call it, we always use root hormone powder. Now that powder encourages a bunch of root hormone growth, which is super awesome because sometimes some plants could use the extra boost in order to, start pushing out some roots. Now, normally we do not use that in the garden, but I'm going to use that when it comes to propagation because I am taking a bunch of cuttings from this butterfly bush, and hopefully I will get some root development. I'm hoping by the end of this week, by the time of my editing, that I do have some type of little conclusion as to which plant cuttings work the best. But if not, that will be in a second video. But for now, let's get started. All right, I'm going for this one right here, being that this is kind of like hiding out. I noticed that I can probably get 2 cuttings out of this one. We are going to be exposing the nodes of the stem. Notice that the nodes are where all the leaves are coming out of. That's where the root development is going to start popping out of. Also, take the flowers off because we are not pushing any more flowers. So this is the stem. This is the cutting that we're looking for. Notice I have a bunch of nodes here on the bottom. This is exactly what I wanted to see right down here. These nodes. This is where the roots are going to come from. I've only seen people use the cuttings from the soft new growth and not from the woody stem. So that is what I'm going to be using. Also, take off the flower too. And there we go. If we're looking around inside, see that's 3 split right there. I am looking for the new growth. So I'm going to take this one right here. Take your scissors, snip right there. This one here has multiple areas to be cut. Now, if you notice here that there is one side shoot right there, one side shoot right over here, and the main shoot right over here. So I'm wondering, could I take the whole entire thing? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to take my best cuttings. This one is one of them. All right, this one looks pretty good. Also, the third one right here. This one is nice. And last, right here, the 4th one. This one I'll probably just stick in the ground. Regular with nothing, I'm just going to put it into the soil directly. And that's it. Now we wait for that one. You ideally are not supposed to put the plant inside of the container in case that plant is infected with something. But you know how I do. I'll sprinkle a little of the hormone powder on the leaf just so I can remember which one is which. Okay, the next one is cinnamon. Some people say that cinnamon works and a lot of people say it doesn't work. Question is, will it work? Some people say that honey doesn't work, but I know that honey is an antiseptic and an antifungal, so maybe that has something to do with it. I keep hearing that aloe vera works very well, and even in the literature, so I'm assuming once again it has to do with the antifungal and antiseptic properties involved in that. Now they do say that you can divide this, but I'm trying to figure out where can you divide this. I'm looking at the base of this. Notice that there's one branch over there. That's not where I'm going to cut from. I'm hoping to maybe look at the other side, right where these new little offshoots are. Notice that they're a lot further down in the bottom. So I'm hoping that if I cut with my shovel right there, maybe I can get some of the root system. I'm hoping to get a cutting right in between here. Hopefully I can grab some of the root system. They said that you can divide this plant by, digging it up. I'm wondering how. Obviously not here, because this is a plain woody stem that's attached to the main stem. I'm not going to get any root system attached to this, so I'm not going for that. Here seems to be a little more plausible. Let me dig down further and see if there's any roots. I'm thinking that there is some type of root system. Oh, you see that right there? Roots. I brought my kitchen knife. Don't tell Jose that I brought it, because I'm totally not supposed to bring that. But I need to separate these two pieces from the main stem. I need something sharp, so I'm going to go right down. I hope I do not mess this up. Oh, man, if I screw that up. Oh, man, just a little bit of the root system. Not by much. Not by much. See? This is where the root hormone powder is going to come into play. I'm actually going to be using the legit root hormone powder, so I know and can guarantee that those roots will start growing up a lot more, but I got it. If I allowed the plant to grow for a longer period of time, those roots would have gotten bigger, and then I'm sure splitting this plant would have been a lot easier. Part of this came off. This one has the root system, this one has no root system. On top of that, this is both woody. I don't even know if we can propagate from the woody part, but I guess we're going to find out. To help that, we're really using root hormone powder, because I am really not sure about how this is going to take. So, also the ones with the roots. I guess we'll find out in a few days or to a week what happens.
3 hours later.
It's only been a few hours of time and you can see what has going on. This one has no root hormone substance at all. And notice this one. This one is the actual root hormone powder. This one looks a lot better than all the other 3 different varieties. Now, if you look at this one with the aloe vera, this one's still not looking the best. But, it's only been a few hours, but so far, this one seems to be looking the best already.
3 days later.
This is just preliminary data, but for just 3 or 4 days inside of this container, they look really good. And so I'm thinking this is a hopeful success. I kid you not. Look at this. This is all the leaves are standing up. It's wild. Remember yesterday we ain't seen none of this? Now I'm thinking that I cannot leave this in the aloe vera, that I may have to plant this out. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Should I just take it out and put it in the soil? But I'm assuming that the aloe vera is doing something, because look, those leaves propped right back up. I figured I could not let it just sit inside of this aloe vera for an extended period of time. I didn't know if it was going to grow roots inside of here or not, so I decided to plant it. Notice a little bit of a leaf curl, but it's all good because I know that it's got that root hormone right here from the aloe, and it'll be all right. All right, we're checking out the divided piece. Look at that. It's looking good. But you know already the deal. Sometimes if you were to take a cutting off of a plant and that sucker just goes into stray shock, this did not do that. And that's the one with the no roots. It was just stem. I just used root hormone powder, like legit root hormone powder. This one right here is in full, this one right here is doing great. Obviously it is going to go through shock. Notice the leaf curl. That's what's going right now. But it's all good though. None of the leaves are really kind of pure floppy. Success, yo. For real. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you got some good information out of it. Let me know down in the comments below, have you tried dividing or propagating these butterfly plants? I would love to know, and let me know if you have have some success with it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm on there all the time. And as usual, until the next episode, you guys, where you and me both are going to be growing our happiness one plant at a time, one day at a time. God bless you all. Until the next episode, peace and love.